Welcome to Break Free to Brilliance podcast, empowering women in business through thought-provoking interviews and insights. Embrace your authentic power, explore the impact of your story, and discover how writing your best-selling book can amplify your message, authority, and the 3 I's: impact, influence, and income. Let each episode guide you towards brilliance in minutes. This is your host, Seema Giri. Welcome back to another powerful episode of Break Free to Brilliance podcast. This is your friend and host, Seema. August 26th is Women's Equality Day, a day meant to honor how far we've come and to confront the barriers that still remain. Some of these barriers are external, others are internal, invisible, and deep, and many of them are rooted in real trauma and survival. I know this because I've lived it. I grew up in the US in the 70s, brown, immigrant, and told to stay quiet. Being invisible was not a personality trait. It was how I stayed safe. One day as a child, I was walking home from school when my hand brushed another girl's just barely and she stepped off the sidewalk. Her sister turned around and saw that. To her, it looked like I pushed her, and then a group of kids came down on me, beat me to a pulp, left me on the sidewalk, helpless. After that, I learned how to disappear. I didn't speak up. I didn't ask questions. I was too scared to even talk to the customer service people in stores. So trust me when I say reclaiming your voice takes work, but it's worth it. And it's not just about self-expression, it's about leadership, legacy, and freedom to live unapologetically. In this episode, I'm going to share why so many strong women stay silent and how to take your voice back. Why visibility isn't about ego, it's a leadership strategy. How to speak your truth with clarity and authority without sounding salesy or forced, and a sneak peek into the movement we're building at the Break Free Summit on October 9th. As I've spoken to so many women throughout the year, I've seen a certain theme. Many of us were never taught that we deserve to be visible. We were taught to be polite, to blend in, to be likable, helpful, modest, and in my case, I was taught to be invisible because invisibility meant survival. And even as we grow older, even as we build businesses, even as we lead teams and raise families, we carry those early messages with us. The result: women with incredible insight, with incredible talent, and lived wisdom, quietly holding back in meetings, hesitating to hit publish, doubting themselves before they ever speak. But leadership without visibility is a contradiction. You can't lead if no one sees you. You can't impact if no one hears you. You can't build legacy from the sidelines. Visibility is not about vanity play. It's how trust is built. It's how you attract aligned opportunities. It's how you become the leader others need. But it has to be rooted in truth. That's the difference between performative and powerful. You don't need to be loud. You need to be clear. You don't need a script. You need your voice. That's what we're activating at the Break Free Summit. It's not about performing for attention. It's about finally showing up as your full self without holding back. This Women's Equality Day, I invite you to do more than remember history. Rewrite your own. What would happen if you stopped playing small or staying safe? And let the world hear what you really have to say. What impact could you make if you trusted your voice? And I know it's hard, But I've done it slowly, step by step, to the point that now I run my own summits and I have my own podcast and I actively look to speak on other stages. People from my past see me now, they would not believe their eyes. And if you had told me years ago that this is what I would be doing, I would have said, "You are out of your mind. There is no way I'm getting in front of a mic." But as I've been sharing my story, as I've been on several different stages and using the mic, my life has transformed. I've become a better leader. I have become more confident. And it's helped me really own my whole self and own my truth. And this is what I want to pass on to others. If this speaks to you, join us at the Break Free Summit on October 9th. The link is in the show notes. But also, if you're ready to speak your truth, we are accepting applications till end of August. Apply to speak. Because it's time to stop surviving and it's time to start leading. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone else you feel can really use this message right now and help them step up in their leadership and get their voices heard. Thank you for tuning in today. I love spending this time with you. And I know there's a lot of things going on and you still choose to be here. That means you are ready to step up in your leadership. Thank you for listening, and most of all, thank you for refusing to stay silent. Until next time, keep rising. Your story is your power. This is Seema. And I want to take a moment to mention that the content shared in this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. My guests and I share personal experiences and real life examples that have helped us live our best lives, much like friends sharing stories. While we strive to provide valuable information, it's important to consult with professionals for advice tailored to your individual circumstances. Thank you for being part of our community, and thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, your story is your strength. Until next time, stay inspired and keep making a difference. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Break Free to Brilliance podcast, and I hope you had some key takeaways that you can implement right away. Be sure to subscribe to Break Free to Brilliance wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also follow along with us on social media using the links in the show notes below.